Hi guys, let's do will it start on this Poulan Super 25DA. Shreveport, Louisiana. Baird Poulan Division, Emerson Electric. This is my dad's saw. He used this before his first steel, so whether or not he upgraded or downgraded, I don't know. But I'm gonna just see if I can get it running. So we got the cylinder here. So let's see if it's got spark first. Then I'll check compression on it. So we need this on. It does indeed. I don't know if I can be able to get you to see it. If you can't in the video, trust me, it's got it. Now I will go to a compression test. Recoil makes enough noise. Since the spark plug's out already, we'll do a compression test. Let's see what we get. What do I predict? I don't predict it to be amazing. $105. Let's try it again. $108 or so. So yeah, it's not going to be a great runner at that. I wonder if it's got any scoring. Should we check? This thing actually might be standard. That thing was hardly on. What the heck is holding it? Is just this outer part come off first or what? It's almost gotta be. I see a spark arrestor in there. Okay, I got it going. I got a putty knife in here. That doesn't help much, does it? I didn't get any farther than I was. Well, there we made some progress. This came out. So I can pull this out. How many layers are there going to be? There's got to be other things holding this. Yeah. We got more stuff going on here. So there's another 8mm. I figured that thing's holding way too well to... Looks like the piston's oily yet. Oh, we got her off. I don't see a bunch of scoring, but I do see a lot of carbon. Okay. How are you going to be able to see this? Let's get you down. And I will run you in there. There's so much carbon in it. Jesus. I can spark wires in my way. The cylinder's really glazed. Awful lot of carbon in there. That's probably why the cylinder looks glazed. I think that thing would benefit from a honing and new rings, but that ain't gonna be in this video, that's for sure. Does this thing even have a gasket on it? Doesn't appear to have a very good one if it does. Okay, we know we got piston movement. We have compression that's nothing great. 105 is how I think it would run at that, but it ain't gonna have a lot of power. Okay, we had spark. This is brown, so that's brown. Flush it down. Okay. So now we're gonna see if we have. Here's the gas. Bar oil is leaking over here. It's got oil in it, so I'm just gonna go with that. So I'm just gonna run it for a little bit if it'll go. It's in nice shape though. Look at all the nice paint on it yet. Could probably use a rebuild, huh? Okay, what is the mix on this? Fuel mix. Okay, for the ratio, geez, right here it says important mix. It looks like, I don't know if it's half or quarter pint. I think it's half pint oil per 1 gallon gas. So there's a conversion chart here, and 128 ounces is a gallon. So 1 pint, 16 ounces. So 8 ounces per gallon is 16 to 1. That is nuts. I guess all I can do is throw my 32 to 1 in and squirt some 2-stroke oil in it and call it good, because I don't have nothing mixed to 16 to 1. Plus, geez, that seems like it's overkill, doesn't it? I wonder why it's so carbony, huh? I'm gonna take this off just because I want to see what's going on in here, and ugh. This way I can squirt some, I'll just squirt some oil, some fuel in it, I think. All right, I put some 32 to 1 in it, and I added some 2-stroke oil. And in the bulb I have 32 to 1. It ain't gonna hurt it for running a little bit. Okay. There's choke. You ready? I gotta get you on the floor though, because this is not gonna be easy. Well, look at that. Let's give her another go, huh? It's probably not sucking its fuel. I find it interesting that this mark right here, there's a mark right here. You see that? I'm thinking the cover was sitting on it. So I wonder if it wasn't pinching it off. She ain't getting its fuel. Might actually be a decent machine if it was gone through. See if the crank seals leak. Go through the carb. The carb's probably not pulling. Well, anything can affect it, because if the crank seal, if anything in the crankcase is leaking, it ain't gonna do the, you know, the pressure and back, the suction and pressure to the carb, do the in and out of the diaphragms, the impulse line. So then, where's the impulse line on here? It might be built into it. If any of that stuff, if you don't have that right, it just ain't gonna run right. Fill that right up. Alright, I'm gonna leave it at that because I can see that it ain't gonna run any more than what I dump into it. This line looks like it was replaced. It was probably me years ago when I was a teenager or something. I remember working on one of these, but now you've piqued my interest. I want to see if this thing has points or what. Not that I need another project here, but I think it just has a fuel supply problem. Looks like the fuel line goes all the way through here like that. It's got to suck it a long ways. Let's see if... Let's do this. Or let's not do this. Wow. That came out of the fuel line. The fuel tank. I'm going to test it and see if the carb holds. Or if there's any air leaks. I just put the Mighty Vac away and now I need it again. I almost wonder if this line is not big enough. Like the outside's big, but the inside is small. Diameter. Like, is it supplying it enough? So I'm gonna go with like 7 seems to be a common PSI. Why am I even going this far? I only wanted to see if it was gonna run, and it did. I think when that happens, your interest gets piqued. Okay, I'm on pressure. It's holding. That means it should be good all the way to the carb and into the carb and the needle. Losing ever so slightly. I'm gonna see what happens if I keep the filter off and just throw it in there and see if it'll suck, because if this thing is nasty like that, how much fuel is it letting in there, right? So I am gonna put this back on so I can start it. Let's see if it'll do much of anything. I'm just gonna see if it's gonna start sucking fuel. The needle could be stuck too. That's definitely a possibility. I'm gonna try keeping the choke on here, just pulling away. Oh wow. Yeah, I don't wanna pull fuel. I don't know what card that is. Is it a Walmart or Tillotson or what? Is it Tillotson? That's probably what it is. This thing would probably run decent if it had. If I was to go through it. How hard would it be to do a crank test? Since I got the money back out. Let's do it. I say, why not? Seems like everything's 8 down here. There's it 5/16. Just made in the USA. US of A. Possible some of that filter got sucked in too at some point, you know. Holy crap. There's gas around there, must be from me squirting on it. But none of this stuff should be here. Well, we got fuel here, and once it come out, I'll put a plug in it. The Mighty Vac kit came with a bunch of plugs and stuff, and that works pretty good. Let's see what we can find in this. I think that this thing would be fine if the carb was going through. Seems like I've been neglecting them in videos, so let's do this one. Get you something brighter. You'll be able to see better, huh? Yeah, Tillotson. I'm gonna blow it off first. One more here. My small engine place might have the gaskets too. Usually there's a gasket on top of this one. Is these? Oh, there might be. Could be 2 here, I'm not sure. I gotta clean this up. These are stuck down. One of them is. And that's the side that feeds it fuel. And it comes in this way and then goes, I think it fills this. Comes in here, goes in down here, I believe, in here. Fills up and gets pressurized. Then goes into this one, I believe. I think it comes up and then goes into here in the screen area. I think that's how it goes. It's It's too stiff. It needs to be like flappy almost. So this thing needs a carb kit. I should work on getting one, huh? Why did I start this? I got other projects going too. Why did I start this one? Oh, I have enough projects to last me 3 lifetimes. About. This one should be the main part with the flaps down and then the gasket on top. This one should be gasket first and then the diaphragm should be, if it's on right. Yeah, it is. Does it even have a gasket though? I don't think it even has a gasket on it. We're a little farther. So that should let it in. Okay, there is a gasket there. It was stuck down. I wonder if that will make a difference. I'm gonna try putting it back together just because I can and out of curiosity. And I'll get the numbers off of it and just get a kit because it needs it. Tillotson is part of Marvel Shebler. They were bought Marvel Shebler. Marvel Shebler is, I can't remember the guy's name. His last name is Marvel. And they made Marvel Mystery Oil, came from them. And with all the crap that was going in the engine, that wasn't good for it. I'm gonna throw this guy back on. I'm gonna throw this guy back on, try it again, and then I'm gonna check the crank. But you never know with that one sticking. Who knows? Alright, let's go try it. As I said, I don't think it's gonna work, but hey, what do I got to lose? A little time, huh? Must be getting fuel left over from running it before. Doesn't the recoil sound like a bird? Well, that ran a lot longer, didn't it? Whoa, Nelly. Well, would you look at that? It's even oiling. Look at the oil on the chain. What a machine. And my dad didn't like this thing, and he bought a steel. What the hell? I think he downgraded, huh? What do you think? I think he would tend to disagree with me. Well, that's not to say that this thing isn't perfect, but I think if it had a blow job here, clean this a little bit, get a new air filter for it, and have at her. I wouldn't run it right now without a filter. There's no way. Not in wood anyway. This is old too. It doesn't even have a guard here. No chain brake or nothing.